really cool sequence. We should do that. I'll buy that LUT so we can color grade it, look like a John Wick movie.
Oh my God.
Bike chop shop scene. That has propensity to really catch on fire, dude.
Oh yeah. We'll have to do something like, killing some kid's frog or something like that. Taking his bike.
We should work that up like a trailer, like a movie trailer for like an alternative John Wick movie.
Wait a minute. If we could just get nothing but kids to do it.
Oh my God, dude.
like an 8-year-old John Wick.
Find us a wig so he looks like he has hair like him, put him in a suit.
Yeah. And what's he going to do? Obviously, he's going to shoot Nerf guns.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Nerf guns. We need a pit. I got a little pit we can put with him.
A little puppy pit. Oh, God. Or...
I'm way too fucking up.
Oh, no, even better. Even better. We'll have to deal with them because they're Hispanic, but if we get the midget wrestlers to do a John Wick thing. And you people out there have no idea the freaking fun you will have if you ever catch the midget wrestlers at one of their shows.
Way too high for this. This mental picture I have in my head.
Yeah, it's only a quarter of the way through the podcast, man. We still got a ways to go.
Midget John Wick movie. That'd be awesome. Have I ever told you the story about the midget missionary and the Down syndrome kid kidnapping him?
What?
Oh my God. So I went to high school with this chick and I go to my reunion a few years ago. And so I run into her, and I go way back. We graduated from a private school in Tulsa, but we started out together at a public school in a suburb of Tulsa. So we just kind of, for no real reason, just kind of ended up transitioning schools together. But anyway, and this chick was like my first little girlfriend in 4th grade. Her name was Shelly. And at that age, man, when you got a girlfriend, I mean, girls are kind of bigger than boys in 4th grade, and you got to just worry about your girlfriend whipping your ass, I mean,
yeah.
So her and I, we did a bunch of that when we were growing up, being mean to each other. But anyway, so I see her at this reunion, and at the time she's working for a church, and she has this friend she works with in the office, this other lady who's a little bit older than her. And that lady has a son that has Down syndrome. And in the summertime, she leaves him at home because he's pretty functional, so.
All right.
He loves anything to do with midgets, and she doesn't know why. But like he only eats Lucky Charms cereal because he thinks the leprechaun is a midget. No, I'll take that back. I'm sorry. He likes leprechauns. He loves leprechauns. So I guess his room looks like it's like St. Patrick's Day all year long. Like that's his jam. So periodically at work, she calls home to check on him. And so she makes a phone call home. She gets off the phone and tells my friend, I have to go. I'll be back as soon as I can, but I have to go. I have something I have to deal with. So she leaves and she's gone for a number of hours and comes back and is just shaking her head. And so my friend's like, what, is everything okay? And she's like, well, I get home and her son is sitting watching, I can't remember what movie it is. It's probably Leprechaun, and eating a bowl of Lucky Charms. And his mom walks in and he sees her and he puts his cereal down and he says, I did it. And she said, what'd you do? And he said, I caught one. She said, what? I caught one.
He caught a leprechaun.
She said, what do you mean you caught one? He said, I caught a leprechaun. She said, and so she said she sat there and she's like, he's just super proud of himself. She was like, well, what'd you do with it? He's like, I have him in my room. Well, I guess his room is the basement of this condo. The entire basement is his room. She said she goes downstairs, the bathroom door is closed, and there's a rope from it to the door of a closet on the other side of this little hallway. So you can't open that door. So he tells her the leprechaun's in there. So she gets him to untie the rope and opens the door, and there's a Mormon missionary who's a midget sitting on the toilet with his head hung like he's been defeated, and he's just shaking it. And he looks up at her and goes, look, Just let me go. I won't tell anybody. Just let me go. So I tell my brother this story, and my brother's taking it in. And he had a good point. He said, dude, there's an untold story here. There was a confrontation that happened. Like that kid with Down syndrome who has, you know how people that are, I probably shouldn't use the word retarded, but people that have developmental issues a lot of times are really, really strong.
Yes.
Midgets are really, really strong.
Yes.
My brother said we had an epic battle when that kid opened that door and saw that midget standing there. My deal is you never see Mormon missionaries alone. He had a partner that just boogied out on him.
Yeah, they never travel by themselves, so he had somebody who booked it.
He's like, I'm out. But yeah, he caught a midget, wrestled him downstairs, and subdued him in the bathroom. I'm like my brother, man. I wish we had some security footage of this. Like that was an epic battle.
Oh, it had to have been.
Can you imagine?
You know, kids with Down syndrome turn out to be really good wrestlers for whatever reason.
Do you think it's the way they're built and like their center of gravity is low?
Maybe. I don't know.
Because I've seen groups of them on the ski hill, and they can teach them to snowboard very fast. Not like they go fast, like they teach them very quickly how to snowboard.
Right.
And I always wondered that too. Is it because of the way they're built and their center of gravity is low? Or I could never put rhyme to reason to that.
I don't know. I thought it was mainly just because they thought they looked cool in the leotard. I have no idea. But
just when I was sitting there thinking, I bet we are pissing somebody off talking this way.
Wow, we done seriously pissed him off just now. Sorry.
I don't know. I do wish I could have seen the wrestling match between them. That poor little missionary dude. When he rode his bike up to that house, he never in a million years thought he was going to ring that doorbell and a guy with Down syndrome was going to snatch him off that porch.
First off, okay, now just think about this for a second. You have what do they call those guys? I know they call them missionaries, but they're anyways. What
Mormons, Latter-day Saints?
Yeah, but it's not like not like Brother Watkins and Brother something. It's
a cult.
Yeah. No, there's a name for it. Like
Ezekiel.
God dang it, man! I got mad cow, and you're just feeding into this chasm. Elder. That's what they call
elder. There we go.
Yeah, and so, if one of them was enormous, what did the other one's bike look like?
Oh,
how little was that little bicycle that little teeny weeny elder?
Well, teeny weeny elder. Here's an interesting fact. Around the corner from me in my neighborhood, there is a little person. And he's a cool dude, man. He kind of looks like a greaser, but he does.
Socius be socius, man. Socius be socius.
Stay gold, little man. But I see him. His son is.
I'm sorry. I just popped in my stay golden, my little pony boy. Oh God!
So, but his son is normal size, and I see him in the summertime all the time riding bikes with his son, and he rides a regular size bike.
Well, of course he does.
Like, dude.
But it's the stroke, the pedal stroke.
Oh, you ought to see him ride it, dude. I mean, it's like
it's like hanging halfway off the left side to push.
Yeah, and his nuts have got to be hugging that top tube every time he goes on.
Now he got to have a girl's bike. Got to. How in the hell do we get stuck on this subject?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, we sat down to get ready to do this, and Johnny got busy, and we don't have an outline. Well, let's just wing it and go with it.
Literally, we had nothing. There's not a thing on a piece of paper except 1404, the first F-bomb of the show. That's about it.
And here's the deal. We were talking about this before we started recording. Like, we're choosing not to pick topics that are real dividing topics right now. Like, we don't need any of it. We all need to keep coming together and doing our part and helping each other, man. I mean, I don't give a shit about political lines right now at all. It's just about all of us getting through this, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's some of us out there need things, and unfortunately, it's going to take the help of many to make all this stuff not go away, but just go around. Helping your neighbor, trying not to get in a fight with that neighbor because you brought him chocolate ice cream and he asked for vanilla.
Well, I mean, that's what it's about, man.
Then you're
helping each other.
Dude, take it. And he's like, dude, we don't eat chocolate around here.
You are tonight.
And I'd be like, well, it's what they had, bro. So eat the chocolate. We don't do chocolate here. Throw it away. It's your money. I don't care.
Well, I mean, I think people, man, from what I can tell on the stories I see on the news and stuff, there are a lot of people coming together and helping everybody they can. And, man,
sure.
That's cool. Dude, I was trading videos with Johnny Simo this morning, or maybe it was yesterday, and Dreama, his wife, she's still heading out. She's masking up and heading out, and she's putting together meals for less fortunate kids. Because, man, there's a lot of kids that depend on school meals. So, man, props to Dreama. Like, get out there and, do something for the greater good, man.
Way to go, Dreama.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Then you got Simo. He's just nursing that gimped up hand that he tried to set on fire with a vat of grease.
Well, I think he's just one last ditch effort to make sure that he wasn't going to get coronavirus or anything else from cats.
Sterilize himself.
Yeah, any kind of disease from cats or something like that. Maybe. Who knows? Just like that last little ditch sterilize the skin thing, which is smart of Johnny, because then he's good to go for the next.
Have we ever had him on the show and had him tell the story about the cat that attacked him?
No, and I don't think I could sit through it.
Oh my God, that's one of the funniest things I had.
It is, and I
well, that's how you guys became friends.
That
incident is how you guys became friends.
Indeed, it is,
because the story that he tells of how it all played out is absolutely a riot. But you have to realize that while that day was proceeding, he was sending me Marco Polo videos documenting all this stuff that he talks about. And it was one of I didn't even, at one point, I'm like, this can't be real. This has to be something he is totally staging, and it is epic. But no, it was a very true story.
No, he literally almost filmed his own death. He literally almost did.
It looked like when he, so the day starts and he gets attacked by this literally a rabid cat, and it gets him good. So after the first video, after he's been attacked that he sends me, he's sitting in his shop at work and he's got his jeans around his ankles and his legs look like he has went toe to toe with a mountain lion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was totally at Joe Exotic's place that week.
Somebody had poured sardine oil all over his legs.
Exactly. Carol.
Oh my God, they looked horrible, man.
Never mind, Johnny. It was Carol's fault, so don't.
Carol fucking Baskin.
We're going to get that bitch.
Well, dude, that documentary caught the attention of Danny Boy from House of Pain, and he's on a little thing pushing for them to reopen that case, which I guess they're going to, about her first husband.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you couldn't. Well, you don't have the smoking gun.
But I got a tiger with gastrointestinal problems.
Got a tiger with the shit so bad it can't even. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's from eating him. No, I guess they're probably a lot like pigs, but the only thing they won't eat's the teeth.
I guess so, man.
But then what do you do with the teeth?
What's that about?
Super duper hard. You ever try to eat your own teeth?
No.
You ever accidentally break a piece of tooth off, and you take a bite of your sandwich, and you hear that crunch, and it almost stops your mouth dead. Yeah. Well, there you go.
I remember that.
That's why they don't eat teeth.
Well, that's a good point. Oh, fuck, man, I don't know. I keep dropping F-bombs like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that one wasn't a full.
No, it was. I took the effort out of it.
Yeah, that one I'll give a pass on.
Okay, well, I got a question for you since we were talking about.
Okay.
If in a parallel universe we did not have the shelter-in-place order imposed on us,
yeah,
what would you do? Like, if you didn't have that, what would you go do today?
Work.
That's how bad we're at. That's where we're at. You're missing that.
Yeah, I'd have gone to work.
Oh man, I was thinking about that. I think it was yesterday. I thought for a long time about this, and I don't know.